Several times in my ministry, I've had folks say that I try to make things all about me. One even mentioned I only want people to bow down and worship me. And when that person said that, my loving wife thankfully pointed out, I don't even have a picture of myself on Facebook, but I have a cross that says it's all about Jesus. And if you know me well enough, you know that every time I have a chance, I'm always going, I'm pointing to Him, amen. And I want things to be all about Jesus. Man, I would love it if Jesus could come down and take my place right now and just give you a message. Lord, let me step aside. Hold on. Here's the microphone. He's like, I don't even need it. That's what I want. That's what I would love. And I know that's what you would love too. And unfortunately, I'm the guy that has to stand up here and do that in His place. But I do feel like He uses me. Amen? And I want to be used. But in all of that, I just want to point back to Him, folks. In all of that, if there's anything good you see in me, it's only because of Him. Only. And I think you would say the same thing about yourself. I never want it to be about me. And if for some reason the devil ever tries to convince you that he's just up there trying to get all eyes on him, that's not the truth. That's not the case. Because I love Him so much and I want to glorify Him with my life. Amen. Amen? 3. For I say, through the grace given to me, to everyone who is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, as God has dealt to each one a measure of faith. Don't think of yourself as so high and mighty. Don't think of yourself as so hot to trot, all right? Better than everyone else, all right? No. No. Don't think more highly than you ought to think, but think soberly. How am I so good? I'm only good through His goodness, amen? I'm only where I'm at in life because of where He has brought me. It's not through my accomplishments, but it's through everything He has done. He gets the glory. Anytime you ever start to glorify yourself, that's when pride comes in. And then the next thing that comes after that is the fall. And how great a fall it will be. The more you boast in yourself and the more you boast in your accomplishments, the more you try to elevate yourself higher than God. That's what the devil did. The first sin brought into existence, I will ascend. That's what the devil said. I will be like the Most High God. That's what the devil said. Where did the devil end up? He was in heaven. One of the chief angels. Now he's on earth. He's going to even be brought further than that into the lake of fire for all eternity. Talk about fall. Talk about destruction. You don't want to follow in His footsteps. He was a cherub, a covering angel. He was one that glorified God in the beginning. He was one that praised God, and then in turn started becoming puffed up inside himself and wanted to praise for himself, became prideful, and then God brought him down to his knees. Matter of fact, God didn't even have to lift a finger. He just said, hey, Michael, take out the trash for me. God didn't even have to do anything. But can you imagine? God could have just said, you're gone, just like that. But He didn't. But He will. And in the same way, you might get away with some stuff for a little while, but eventually judgment comes. You don't want to fall into the hands of an angry God, let me tell you. You be careful how you live your life. Be careful that you're always living in a way that glorifies God, and you're always putting God on a pedestal and not yourself. Amen? It is for God. Everything is for God. And at the end of the day, we are no more than an extended finger pointing to Jesus. Who am I? What am I? Nothing. He is everything. Amen? All we are in our life is just saying, look at Him. He's the way. He's the truth. He's the life. He's the one. He's the way to salvation. Amen? Look to Jesus. Amen?